Hello, and thank you again for watching Celebrity and Variety Talk. I'm your host, Josie Latimer, and today I'm going to ask everyone a question that I've been hearing around town. Do you think that Brittany Bowens is pregnant? The talk is that Brittany Bowens is allegedly pregnant for Derion Vence. And if she is, that could be another reason that she was taken up for him because they were about to start a marriage and a life together. And that was why she was very, very upset when she saw those pictures of his body parts, his private parts on the phone. And he was texting his mistress the picture of him, his body parts. And Brittany was very, very upset at that because he had it under a man's name. Remember that, everybody? So I think it was Cornell X that brought it to everyone's attention that when those pictures were text, it was text to his other girlfriend under a man's name to throw Brittany off. And Brittany found out, and she was just very, very upset about that. And it could be because she may be pregnant, you guys. That is the talk that's going around town. I'm not sure if that is her stomach, a bulge, or is that just her size. Because I noticed that on some videos in the past when she had won some money or somebody paid for her layaway at Walmart, she wasn't as heavy as she is now. And I know that was maybe, I think in 2015 or something like that. So she gained quite a bit of weight. So I really can't tell if she is pregnant or not. But do you guys think she is? That is what the talk is on the streets right now. And like I said, if she is, that could be the reason that she was taken up for him, because her life has been shattered. No marriage, no baby, no Maleah, no nothing. Because either he or she, everyone is saying, we don't know exactly until everything comes out in the wash. And the chief of police did tell us that we do have to be patient, that they are bringing more charges to the persons or person that did that crime to Maleah Davis. So do you guys think she's pregnant? But I know one thing. I know that she was taken up for him possibly because she still had that son. And some women, when they get together with a man, if they have a child with that man and they're in love with that man, seems like they tend to center their life around that man and his kid and forget about the other man and his kids, not really care and show more attention. As it was a picture I saw online, and you guys probably did too, also when she was holding her little boy that her and Derion Vence had together. So sometimes that can be the case, and oftentimes women just forget. They fall in love and they forget about the kid. And one of my comments, they said, well, if Brittany Bowens, if everybody believes that she did it, why is she still walking around alive? Well, and as I said in the comment, that is a murder charge. So no one wants a murder charge on someone that's already possibly committed a murder. That's just murder on top of murder. Let the system handle it and let them pay slowly for what they did. Actually, in this case with Maleah Davis, the angel that's in heaven above, I really do think that baby's in heaven because, like I said, she was awarded her day, Maleah Davis Day. And there are many, many kids, and we all know that in Houston, surrounding areas, and also worldwide, that have been murdered also by their parents, but they didn't make a day like Maleah. So in that, I was going to say with Brittany Bowens, I feel that Brittany was feeling like her life was falling apart and she could possibly be pregnant. And indeed, if she is pregnant, no one knows if she's going to still have the baby or possibly may get an abortion if that is the case. And the reason I feel that she may get an abortion because of the fact that CPS probably won't allow her to even have contact with her kids anymore. And it seems like on this picture, Brittany just don't give a hoot about anything, actually. She just looking like a normal person here. And she's lost a child. And all of the people behind are just like, how can she be just walking around like nothing? So I feel that Brittany took up for Derion Vence when she took those pictures of him when he was injured, when she was saying, oh no, I just can't believe he did it, because she could possibly be pregnant. Who knows? Another thing I wanted to say is I was getting back to the women with the men. Some women just totally forget about their kids and just fall in love with that man and the kids that they're with. And the other father, if he does not step up to the plate, then they have a chance to just do whatever they want to do with that kid. And another thing I wanted to bring to everyone's attention is that someone also said in my comments, they said, I really like the comments coming because when I do another show, I will always answer your comments when I get a chance. And if I don't get to click like on some of them, I will eventually get to you. But on one of the comments, it said that something about Brittany Bowens, why? Yeah, I did tell you that. They said, why is she still walking around if we all thought? And my answer was it was, look, if you commit a murder, then you will also end up in jail, like Brittany possibly and Derion Vence. So they actually, this is what I wanted to say, is that this is what I was trying to say when I said that, is that, they said, well, this happened way before Brittany and Derion Vence got together. She was already abused in CPS custody before Brittany and Derion Vence got together. And so I told that commenter, I said, yes, it happened before they got together and after they got together. The thing of it is, it still happened after they got together. We're not worried about before. We already know about that, but it's this after effect. It's this that carried on into with him from the first situation to the second. And another thing is that when Derion Vence possibly, allegedly, saw her abusing Lil Maleah Davis, then he probably say, well, if she don't care, I don't care. Because if you don't respect your kids in front of newcomers that you bring into your life and they see that you whip them or this or that, they think they have the liberty to do that to your kids themselves. And plus, if you allow them to do it, they're going to do it, which is what Quanell X said, that she said that he bathed her without her consent. And why would she allow him to continue and she still stay with him? You see what I'm saying? So it's just a bad situation. And it seems that this mother possibly will be charged with something because of the fact that she did not protect the child. That's child neglect. Anytime you don't protect your child from someone that has already abused them. And Quanell X didn't lie about that because of the fact she stood there on camera and let him tell the whole wide world that she knew that he had been abusing a child and keeping her out of school. That alone can be a charge. That alone can be a charge, because if you knew it, why didn't you report that he was keeping her out of school? And also the school should have called as well to inform her, which who knows, they possibly did call, and we don't know. We don't know if she said, oh, that's okay. Nobody knows. All of this is allegedly, and that was why the chief of police said, justice will be served. Please be patient. The person of her sons. I can't reiterate that enough. He did let everybody know. Person of her sons. Because they want to know who drove that body to Arkansas. Now, I feel that the reason he drove that body to Arkansas was because of the fact that he had beat her so bad, until he had to hide the body. He couldn't burn it up. You know, apartments, there are people all around you. They could smell the smoke. They could smell the burnings of the body, so therefore he had to take her away from the city somewhere in a rural area, and he still couldn't burn her up because somebody probably could have been passing by that Hope exit, and possibly he wanted to just dump her body as soon as he could, as soon as he got into Arkansas. That takes a cold person to not only kill a baby, but also to dump her body and to drive 6 hours to do so with the body in the back of the car. That is really horrific. And the mayor, the chief of police, the district attorney, everyone is working thoroughly on this case. And it does take some time because they want to cross every T and dot every I, and they will come and bring justice to. They will come and get the person or persons, like they said, that are involved in the murder of 4-year-old, beautiful little angel Maleah Davis. It wasn't right what they did. It was horrific, and it was cold. It was heartless. It was horrible. It was awful. And the world is talking about this stuff. Everywhere I go, people are talking about this stuff. And how could this mother here that acts like she don't care? She was out. Someone said she was at the beach. She was at the beach. And going to the nail shop, there was someone that pointed that out. They actually showed the car. They blocked out the license plate. But going to the nail shop in that same car with that baby remains in it, that takes a cold-hearted person to do that. My God. And then someone said, well, what can she do? She probably didn't have the money to buy another car. Walk or catch the bus or Uber. Because how could you? Because if the cadaver dog smelled that smell, that smell scent is still in that car. It takes a while to get a dead scent out of anything. My God. My God. And then someone else said, well, I think that the body was not there that long because of the fact that the dogs and the animals would have possibly eaten the body up. Well, sometimes that's so and sometimes that's not so. And because she was an angel, that didn't happen. In this particular case, it did not happen because just like that camera caught him, and it's like all of this stuff is coming to a head because that baby was special. Like I said, there are many babies all over the world that have been killed by their parents. But did they make history like this baby? No. This baby, it was something special to her. And then I remember when the mother broke down, oh, she was beautiful. She was this, she was that, she was this, she was that. Well, if she was all that, I feel that she would have protected her, and this wouldn't have happened. This would not have happened. My God. So my question to my subscribers, and thank you, subscribers, for tuning in to me too. I want to let you know that, and that I really appreciate you, and I appreciate all my new subscribers as well for listening to my videos and just listening to my point of view, and leave me your point of view. It's not all about what I say, it's about what you say too. It's just that I'm doing the video and hosting the video, but you too have your voice, and I do want to hear it just like you're listening to mine. I thank you very much again. But Brittany Bowens should not have went to Derion Vence and took pictures of him or did anything with him when she came back from her father's funeral and he didn't have her baby's body. Oh no, I wouldn't have done anything with him. I would not have been around here. He couldn't have given me no alibi like that. That was a weak lie. To say you woke up 24 hours later or something and they took your baby. That was, was she really foo-foo, or do you guys think she really knew? I think she really knew. And many people say that she actually, the baby was already gone before she left, dead. So in actuality, they're saying she did not leave the baby with him alive. She left the baby with him, but that was to discard the body. She gave him the dirty work, and she was gone. That was a perfect alibi. And many people are saying maybe it's because she was pregnant and he felt sorry for her and didn't want her to go to jail. and she don't want to turn on him because he'll turn on her. But that's what they're working on now. They're getting all of the evidence, all of the phone calls. They're getting the airplane ticket. They're getting everything, all the evidence they need. And then if Brittany Bowens had anything to do with this, justice will be served, because this case is much, much alive, and it's not going anywhere until justice will be served. And that was why the chief of police, I really appreciate their hard work, and forensics, I appreciate their work. We all do appreciate them for letting us know what we already knew, that she was murdered. We already knew that. Everybody online, all on my page and everyone else's page, they already knew. And the only people that click down are the ones, remember I made a video saying if you click down, that means you're a murderer too. Those people that was trying to, oh no, it was an accident, this, that, and the other, and then they would click down on you or your page if you have a video site up, and they would click down to defend these people when that baby was murdered, and everyone knew it. And I stuck with it from the very beginning. When I grabbed a hold to this case, I never let go. I was like, they did it, she did it, he did it. At first, it was all about him doing it when I saw that baby coming out. But when I kept listening to all the evidence and everything, and that her flight ticket didn't match up with the time frame, that timeline, that she could have possibly been there when Quanell said she allowed to have that baby abused, and he let go the case, and everybody saying, well, Quanell is not, he's not anybody credible because he's in trouble himself for doing this and that. He was credible for this situation. He was credible. And also that prisoner was credible as well. The prisoner that told the investigators that Derion Vence told him that body, where it was in Arkansas off of Hope exit, and he said nobody came back to talk to him about it. Now, we all know he wanted the reward money. Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't want the reward money, and also to let the public know where that baby was? I mean, if you, me, or anyone knew, of course you would want the reward money, because it was up for anyone and the first person that would tell and would know something. But actually, I don't think he got it. And the reason I don't think he got it was because of the fact that he was a prisoner, and also because they didn't go back to him. Remember? They didn't go back to him. He said they were supposed to come back to him and talk to him more about it and wire him up and let them hear him talking with Derion Vence, and they never did that. So if that prisoner was the first one and they get Derion Vence convicted, then I think if the investigators say that he did it, then I think he probably would get the reward. No one knows. That's how that goes. I mean, whoever told. Because Quanell said that he can't get it because he's an activist. The police said he works with them, but he works with them as an activist. So that's how that goes. But anyway, what do you guys think? Is Brittany Bowens pregnant or not? Let me know in your comments if she's pregnant. Do you think that was the reason she was protecting Derion Vence? Because possibly they were starting a life with another baby? Or do you think she was just protecting him because she had involvement in this situation of killing this baby? I'm going to end my show, but I just wanted to ask you that question. Is Brittany Bowens pregnant for Derion Vence? Is that why he's not telling? Is that why he's not talking? Because he don't want his kids without a mother out here in the streets? Because you can tell he was very protective of his son. Remember when he was holding him, going in the hospital with those fake cuts and stuff on him, and he was holding the little boy like real, real close to him, like I don't want nothing to happen to my little boy. But yet he did it to Craig Davis' little girl. So let me know what you think. That could be possibly a reason. We don't know, but that's what talk is going around, saying that Brittany Bowens could possibly be pregnant. And I was like, oh, really? I said, well, that could be something else. That could be because of the fact that could be why Derion Vence is not talking. He don't want his kids to be motherless out here since he's locked up. You could tell from the way he was holding on to his little boy. It was like he was very protective of his own, and he didn't give a damn about Craig David's baby. It was about him, Brittany, and his kids. And that could be the reason. That could be the reason she's not talking and going against him as well. So with that, everyone, I'm going to end my show. Someone did point out that she was still wearing the ring, too. And it was a pretty big diamond ring. She was wearing the ring that he had given her. In her mind, she still think that the wedding and everything may go on. But that's over. That's a done deal. They screwed up big time. Their life is over. It's really over in the court of law. And the court of law will not stop until they get justice for Maleah Davis. This is not just me talking, and I'm not talking about something to hurt anybody or anything like that. I'm talking about what the world is talking about and what the world know now. The world know and always did know that that baby was murdered by the hands, allegedly, of her mother and her father. In one way or the other, because she didn't protect her. Whether it was direct murder from her, indirect murder from her, child abuse from her, child neglect from her, knowing, holding back evidence, all of that is what I consider as murder when it comes to a baby. So I'm going to end this time. I said I was going to end before, but this stuff just keeps going around and around in my mind. And I thank you so much for tuning in. Please click like, share, and subscribe. And thank you for tuning in to Celebrity and Variety Talk. I'm your host, Josie Latimer, and I will come back with more. See you next time. Bye.